Hey everyone, today we're going to do a long-term use review of the Nature Hike Cloud Up 2 tent. I'm not going to tell you this is the best tent in the world, but it's served me really well and it's not very expensive. It was $195 Canadian for me to buy this, so much cheaper than a lot of other tents. And I have slept in this tent over 150 nights. So a lot of people will complain about the skimpy tiny tent pegs. They're really fine. I've broken 2 of them eventually, and that was from pounding them with rocks into rocks. So that'll break pretty much anything. But the tent pegs work fine. This tent can be set up fly first, which is really good if you have to set up your tent in pouring rain, because then the rain is not pouring through the mesh into the inside of your tent. It can also be set up freestanding with no pegs, but it's definitely not ideal that way. They did add a vent. On the back, I would always keep that open. It can get a decent amount of condensation in it when it's cold. It's a fairly warm tent, and it's a 2-person tent. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm 6'1" and 210 pounds. So this tent suits me fine. I'm just going to open the door. I got the door open, and as you can see, the vestibule is not very big. That's a 14-liter dry bag that this tent goes in, and my sleeping pad. Essentially, it gives you enough room for your shoes and your pair of sandals. But you could put a few other things under there in a pinch, but you're not going to really have room for big bags or anything like that. Inside of the tent is my extra large sleeping pad, so it's 6'4" and 24 inches wide. You could fit 2 people in here. It would be pretty romantic, and I probably wouldn't want to have to share this tent with another guy, but it's got 1 hook in the middle. I use that to hang my light, and a tiny pocket above the door. I kind of wish it had more pockets and stuff. It'd be nicer if the door was on the side, because it would be easier to get in and out. It would be nicer if it had a door on both sides, because then it could have a cross breeze. It's a fairly warm tent, but it also doesn't weigh much. It's only about 3 pounds, and it fits between my my drop bars on my bikes. So it works out great, and is about $300 or $400 cheaper than the name brand tents. So if you're thinking about a tent and this is what your budget is, or around $200 or less, this is a fantastic option.